All right, everybody, welcome back into our first edition since the Christmas break of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. We're going to talk a little girls basketball here. Coach, first of all, how was Christmas for you and the family, and then we'll roll from there.
Oh, it was great. It was great. You know, I've got 3 little girls. Oldest girl.
Special then.
Oh, man, I love it. Oldest is 5. I got one that's 3, and then one that just turned 1. So, like, it's the magic is
they're in their prime, man.
the baby is starting to realize what's going on. So it was just so much fun.
Dude, I bet that was something else. And anytime you can get away and hang out with the family, it's always good to what I like to call reset, recharge the batteries, reset everything, and get back rolling. I know during those times, we had New Year's as well, so we're off for 2 weeks, but you guys had some play dates. You've had some bad news come about. I'm going to let you just take it over and catch everybody up to speed, so to speak.
Sure. We, at the first of the year, we were grinding it out. We played, we had 2 4-game weeks and a couple 3-game weeks, so we were a little bit beat up, a little bit tired. So we actually took more time off. It may have been the longest time off I've had in my 20 years as a coach. I want to say that we got 10 days off over Christmas.
Wow.
I just said the gym's open if you want to come shoot. We played 2 games. We practiced it a little bit, and we needed to rest. We needed to like you said, recharge. And it was great. We had some really good hard-nosed practices, and the girls responded to that well. We did end up with a little bit of bad news in our last game against Athens. Hannah Westcott, one of our junior post players, in the last minute of the ball game goes down and ends up found out yesterday that her ACL's torn, so she's going out for surgery. So that's the at least 3rd ball player that we've had this year to have a season-ending injury. So it's been
wow.
Yeah, it's wow's probably the word.
3rd.
But it was a good time off. Other than the news about Hannah.
Man, that's it's always unfortunate. I know that's part of the game. I get that, but sometimes you always wonder why. But then God's got a bigger plan. Sometimes it opens another door for them. They focus on something else. So I do get it. I understand it, and I've seen it. Unfortunately, in my line of work, I see it all too often, but I'm not the one in control of that, so I just have to roll with the punches as well as you, as well as the team. Yeah. Well, Coach, catch us up to speed. I know tonight you guys turn right back around, and you and I talked off camera about Fort Payne and how they're going to be a challenging team for you. They have a bunch of really, just what you like to call good old-fashioned, good high school players. They don't have a 4 or 5 star, but they got a lot of girls you got to account for.
Yeah, it's a tough game plan for Fort Payne. We've played some teams this year that I think are very similar to them, and we've competed with them. I think that we're going to be in that ball game. What we're hoping for is to be able to be in the ball game in the 4th quarter, be able to make a game of it, and we've done a really good job of that. But like you said, there's a lot of teams that you play, there's girls you have to key in on, and that this girl can't beat you. Fort Payne is a balanced basketball team with skill at all 5 positions, and they run the floor so well. They do a lot of really good things.
I've seen them. A lot of times on their press, they don't even dribble, maybe once, twice.
Oh yeah,
the ball's up the floor.
It's a thing of beauty sometimes.
Play it supreme.
Yeah. I watched them play their last game against Scottsboro, and you talk about a battle there, and it was a lot of fun to watch. Two really good basketball teams being able to get up and down the court, beat each other's presses, real physical game. And I'm hoping that we'll get something similar to that tonight.
Coach, your girls throughout the last few years for sure have had a tenacity to them, a bit of, I like to call it grit, just so good old-fashioned grit. Like the bigger the challenge, the more they come out swinging. The more, the bigger the moment, the more they thrive in it. Can you talk about that? Because when times hit, sometimes they hit. And right now you're down 3 girls, and the chips are down, quote unquote. But this is when they seem to shine the most.
So that was one of the things that we talked about yesterday. And I actually told our girls, I said, listen, if you're one of the other girls that have been out with season-ending injuries, it's the first time I really talked about it, like with the team, because it's starting to build, And I told the girls, I said, listen, I'm a little sad today, and I said, I know you are too. I could see it in your faces. I could tell when they walked into the gym, and we just talked a little bit about lessons you can learn from sports and learning to. There's a lot of things in this life that we can't control, and when we become adults and when we become fathers and mothers and husbands and wives, how are we going to react when something happens, a loss of a job, a broken relationship, money troubles, family, we talk about that, and I said, we've been praying as a team for opportunities. Like that's been one of the things over the last few weeks, just continue to give us opportunities to get better. Continue to give us opportunities to extend our season. And I told the girls, I said, I think God's given us an opportunity right here. I said, is it the opportunity that we asked for? No. And I said, is it the opportunity that we would have asked for if we could? No. But I think we're being given an opportunity to show what we're made of, not just as a basketball team, but a group of young women. And I really hope that message rings out to our girls, and I'm hoping that we'll respond in a big way, because I think even no matter what the outcome is tonight or what the outcome is at the end of the season, I think how we respond to this situation and the compounding injuries, 3 starters down. We've had other broken bones and flus and wisdom teeth, and we haven't had an entire team since the second week of November. So I think we have an opportunity to respond in a big way, and that's how I'm looking at it, and that's what we as a staff have been preaching to our girls. So I'm hoping for a good response tonight and a good response for the rest of the season.
Some of your girls that had to step up in those roles, can you talk about that a little bit? Name some names here. Some of the girls that's like, hey, let me help out. This is my shot. Let me help out.
Yes.
More than I was, whatever.
So, it's happened several times throughout the year. Zoe McKinney's been one that has been a constant for us. Hannah's been one of those. She had an emergency wisdom tooth situation. She got the flu one, so she's missed a few ball games. And Zoe has stepped up and been that constant for us. We've got a sophomore, Alexis McGatha, that has really stepped onto the scene and helped pick up when Leah went down, and has done a spectacular job, earned a starting spot. Avery Lloyd has come in off the bench and has gotten a spot start here or there. Another sophomore that is improving. Her work ethic is unbelievable. One of the most coachable athletes I've ever had. Like, we've had girls step up in big ways. Emma Rogers, a junior, who has been one of our leaders and has kind of helped to try to be a constant factor for us. I think she's almost started every basketball game we've played this year. We've really depended on her in a lot of ways. So we have a number of girls that have stepped up in any way that they can. Listen, we've had girls that now we're down to just a few post players. We've had guards.
You got enough to scrimmage still?
We do not.
Wow. That's not good.
It was. We do not have enough to scrimmage. It's been difficult. Like, we got out there yesterday.
Wow.
Practicing, and I had to bring up 3 JV players just so we could scrimmage, and then that left the JV without enough numbers to be able to scrimmage. So it's been difficult, but we've the girls have responded well. The JV has done a spectacular job in learning some of the things that other teams do and helping kind of give us a scout team and giving us the best look that they can for us, so that we can try to scrimmage a little bit. But yeah, there's a lot of challenges.
Those are challenges that your everyday fan or somebody up in the stands wouldn't know. Hey, we didn't have enough to scrimmage. It's hard to simulate stuff when you can't scrimmage.
Yes.
That's That's tough, Coach. Well, Coach, I don't want to keep you in here all day, but a couple more questions. The next question is, what now? Now, you're kind of like me, I'm sure. When things like this happen, it's like a Band-Aid. Let's rip it off. Let's go to work.
Yep.
What's the mindset from yourself and the girls as of right now?
The mindset for us is to keep doing what we're doing, because and we talked in our last deal about we've changed a little bit of style of play, both offensively and defensively, and we're going to continue that. I think tonight Fort Payne's probably going to see something different offensively than we've seen. We're going to rely on something different because our lineup's different. When you're expecting to have two girls over 6 feet tall, that's a lot to game plan for. And now that we're probably going to be replacing one of those 6-footers with somebody that's 5'4". So, we've had girls step up and even play in post situations. So, again, talking about opportunity, this is an opportunity for girls that may not have gotten the minutes that they had intended on getting. That at the beginning of the season, we're not going to have as many minutes. Now we're going to get better. We are going to be a better basketball team because of the 3 girls that have gone down. Because it is now forcing some underclassmen into roles that they may not have been in and weren't planning on being in even until next year. So we're getting a head start. And what is so encouraging to me is we are competing in every basketball game that we've played pretty much. We've had a few that have gotten away from us, but these girls that have been dealt a hand that's just, it's crazy, it's insane. We're still competing, and we're still in
that's all you can ask
every
for.
Basketball game that we can play.
That's about all you can ask for right there.
Yep. And that's not a testament. And that's not a testament to us as coaches or our coaching staff, which, by the way, our coaching staff is spectacular. That's a testament to those young ladies.
Yeah.
And I could not be prouder of them.
Yeah. That's all you can ask for is to have a shot there at the end, no matter what the circumstances, who's down, chips may fall, turnovers.
Yep.
You want to have a shot to win. That's about what you can ask for. Yep. Coach, just final thoughts, and then we'll shut it down. We'll get the boys on.
Yeah, we'd like to hope everybody comes out, try to give us a little bit of support because we're going to need it this evening for our second area game. And then next week, we've got a county tournament coming up.
We've seen the brackets. Right? That's going to be interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Both the boys tournament is, in my opinion, going to be as competitive as it's been in
yes.
15, 20 years. Like, I'm excited for that.
You got an Elite 8 team that's ranked 4 or seeded 4th or 5th.
Exactly. And, and then you've got in the girls' side teams that, where it's been a 2-horse race for the last few years, and now you've got other teams stepping up. Yep. There's 4 teams that can beat anybody. And I'm excited about it.
Yeah, that tournament's going to be very interesting, no doubt. Coach, appreciate you sitting in with us. We'll be back here each and every week with another episode of Keeping Up with Southside Athletics. Thank you.
Thank you.